Now, listen, you guys, we're going to be talking about Nicki Minaj finally dropping the remix to the song Eskimo by Trinidad K. And we will also be discussing about the lashings that are allegedly in that song. Meanwhile, the Transformer and Tasha K, allegedly, the Transformer was only able to break even, meaning to say that, well, she made no profit from the lawsuit. Now, we're also going to be discussing about this entire situation with, Kendrick Lamar and the Billboard drama, as well as Rock Nation addressing or shutting down the rumors that Beyonce was out there suing Rihanna. Elliott Wilson is still out there basically being a Kendrick D sucker in a keyboard, okay? Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea block. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So finally, the remix between Nicki Minaj and Trinidad K has finally dropped. And I decided to take some time to basically listen and to hear what the song is sounding like. And as expected, I do believe that Nicki Minaj delivered. I mean, she does so well on, anything dancehall, anything soca. She really does blend in well with the culture, and that's to be expected because, I mean, at the end of the day, those are her roots. So yeah, personally, I don't see why people are complaining on the internet. I don't, like I said, I really don't think that some of these people are actually fans, okay? Because before the song dropped, they already had, a preconceived opinion about the song, and they already were ready to not support the song. So I'm not surprised to see the same people having a problem with Nicki Minaj's part. Okay, now that being said, it would also be interesting to note that the very same accounts are the same accounts that are out here saying, "Oh my God, we're not gonna stream the song because why does Trinidad K follow Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B?" So you can really, if you pay enough attention, you can see that at the end of the day, these people just have this woman's DP as a disguise. But if anything, they're just here to cause confusion, because you cannot tell me that the same person was complaining, we don't want a Trini collaboration, we don't want a Caribbean collaboration, is the same person who turns around and now says, "Oh my God, the verse is not good enough. We expected more," and this and that. And that's the same person again who's turning around to say that do not support the song because Trinidad K is following the Transformer and is following Megan Thee Stallion. Now you can see the pattern, and that's obviously a hater disguised as a fan, or I don't know, emo, as Nicki likes to call them, okay? But anyway, that being said, people were also pointing out the fact that, well, it does seem like someone collected some lashings, okay? Nicki was out there flogging bees, allegedly, because in that song, she does says, "Bees be talking like the Trini, be like Trini, where?" Okay? And people are saying that, well, this is directed to the Transformer because you guys know that her recent obsession is calling herself a Trini national. And you cannot make this up. Like, you literally cannot make this up. This is scary. This is wow. And it later came out that actually her mother only worked in Trini, but it doesn't mean that she herself is a Trini. So it's like it's scary at this point. And I do not know if Nicki Minaj was directing those lashings towards the Transformer. But let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Personally, I do feel like at this point, the Transformer is not even a factor. If you have been paying attention, there's actually a new industry plant that is being planted out there. And I need to assure you, Barbz, like the Transformer is the least of your worries, okay? There is another plant out there that I've been seeing doing the rounds, and it seems like academics is not letting up on the plant. And it's ridiculous when you actually pay attention to what's going on. But then again, let me not amplify it, because you guys know that when the plants are being planted, okay, when the seeds are being sowed into the ground, there needs to be like a constant comparison between Nicki Minaj and the new plant, Nicki Minaj and the new plant, and then the new plant will respond to social commentary people as well as fans, and then they will shade Nicki Minaj. Instead of shading me, they will go out there and shade Nicki Minaj. And when Nicki Minaj responds, she becomes the villain. So for that reason, I've been not wanting to highlight that plant a lot. But trust me, you guys, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing your messages on my Instagram. I've been seeing it, but I know how this game plays out. I know how all of this plays out. The more we talk about this new plant, the more they become attached to Nicki Minaj. But anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, we are going to be talking about the Transformer and Tasha K. Now, you guys know that the Transformer celebrated heavily for her win against Tasha K for that defamation lawsuit. it does seem like there are new developments. Tasha K might have succeeded, in claiming that she's bankrupt, she's broke, she doesn't have money to pay the transformer and stuff like that. You guys know that there was a time when the transformer came out, lashing out on the internet, basically saying that your children are not going to be going to college because I'll take that money, because, well, you owe me I think it was 3.8 million. And it does seem like Tasha K, in fact, got successful with claiming that she ain't got that money, because from the look of things and from what is being reported, it seems like the transformer is now only owed 1.2 million. That's a rounded figure, of course. And so yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Oh, it seems like the transformer herself will not be making any profit from Tasha K. If anything, Tasha K is just covering the cost of the lawsuit, the lawyer fees and stuff like that the transformer probably incurred, and the transformer herself is just breaking even, if not making a loss, because allegedly the transformer incurred 1.3 million in legal fees from her defamation case against Tasha K. And honestly, this is a massive loss for her, because not only did she lose the supposed 100k that are now the difference between the 1.3 that she incurred and the 1.2 that Tasha K is going to pay her. She did lose that 100k, but she also did lose a lot of time, because she spent so much time going to court thinking that she was doing something, whilst their counterparts were out there releasing music and moving ahead with their careers, and she was stuck on trying to teach Tasha K a lesson. Honestly, this is a loss on her part. However, Tasha K also has something to lose, because 1.2 million is still not change, okay? So in as much as it won't benefit the transformer, it definitely did cost Tasha K. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. I'm yet to see a reaction from Tasha K. I don't know if she's gonna gloat about it or stuff like that, but I highly doubt she would gloat about that, because then again, if she comes back online gloating that I was able to evade that payment, you never know. With the way the transformer is petty, she might restart the case again to say, look at this person, she's now bragging that she was lying, because you guys' allegations are that there was a lot of movation of funds from one place to another, just so there won't be any sort of payment, allegedly, okay? Anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, we are going to be talking about Kendrick Lamar. It does seem like people are not impressed by Kendrick Lamar and the voting system, allegedly, because Billboard announced that Kendrick Lamar's album was sitting on number 3 on this week's Billboard 200. However, there was an anomaly that has never happened in the history of all Billboard 200 announcements. Okay, the sales for that album were missing, non-existent when they made this announcement. And of course, people were like, so how did you determine that his album is number 3 when you don't have the figures? So at this point, of course, for an artist who is being accused of botting and using payola and all of these things, this was a very not so smart move by Billboard. Now, I don't know if that was, surely a mistake, or if there was payola that they forgot to then fix the numbers. I don't know, you guys. But creative, my field will call it creative accounting. But I don't know, what do you call it? It's creative chatting. So let me know in the comment section, do you think that it was a mistake? Of course, Billboard did issue an apology saying that it was just a mistake on their part, that it's just an error of omission, okay, where they just omitted, the figures, not that they were non-existent. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, Fraudulent Nation. Fraudulent Nation is out there announcing that, well, do not be dense, because, well, of that rumor that circulated yesterday of Beyonce suing Rihanna. For those of you who did not watch that video, there was a rumor that literally broke on the internet, and people were alleging that, listen, Beyonce is suing Rihanna and A$AP Rocky for $100,000. And it seems like Fraudulent Nation decided to shut that rumor down. It then came out that, well, it's actually not true. Somebody had created that, fake filing. And so they did say, do not be dumb. And people are assuming that, well, they are referring to the lawsuit situation. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, some people were saying that, well, they do not believe Fraudulent Nation in my comment section. But indeed, it does seem like, well, the case is non-existent. But anyway, it's pretty interesting what went down yesterday. Now, the last thing that we're going to be talking about, speaking about Kendrick Lamar and Barbz, let us talk about Elliott Wilson. It seems like the man is still in denial about Drake and the numbers that he was able to do and the numbers that he was able to pull. Because, I mean, after all that shameless, clear smear campaign, they really did think that people were going to turn their back completely on Drake and that he would sell at least 11,000. Some were predicting that. And some were predicting that, well, he's going to sell at least 100,000, but some saying 120,000. But all of them ended up with a gone face because Drake did 246, if I'm not mistaken. And so that is way above what they had expected. And this is a joint album with no lead single, with no promo and stuff like that. And I did see some people saying that, well, it's nothing. 250K is bad for Drake. And I'm like, this album didn't have a lead single. It was more like a surprise drop. No visuals whatsoever. And this is a joint album. So for people to come on here and say that they were expecting this particular album to do 500 is very, I don't know. But at this point, I do believe that everybody knows the truth and everybody knows what's going on. It's up to you to just turn a blind eye and to pretend like you don't see the industry politics that's going on. Because, I mean, we can only say so much. We can't come on here and try to make people understand, because I do believe that deep down, people know. The same people that came out denying that there was ever a Nicki Minaj H train are the same people that will come out here and say there's not H train that is happening in as far as Drake is concerned. So I believe deep down you guys know. You just don't want to accept the truth. But yeah, let me insert what Elliott Wilson had to say, you guys, and let me know if it makes any sense, because he was like, well, none of those songs were able to end Kendrick. And I'm like, okay, who said the next Drake album was supposed to end Kendrick? Like, seriously. And I could see this Drake thing going on and on and on and on for years and years to come, because it seems like now they are attached by the hip. Okay, one is going to cause the mention of the other, and I hope it's not going to be too much for all of these, rappers. Because in my own opinion, J. Cole is in a better space right now because he's just doing his music as he wanted to, as he's always done, and there is no, oh, you're ending this, oh, you're the new king. Because believe me or not, Kendrick right now is feeling the pressure. Because with the title comes the pressure. Now everybody's going to be like, when he does something, well, Drake did this, so you should be doing this. Drake did that. In as far as even the label is concerned, they will want the same process that they got from Drake. So it's going to get interesting. We're just getting started. So let me insert what Elliott Wilson had to say, you guys, and I don't think that I'm going to be coming back after that. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And until my next one, see you.
They go through the mall. They did some sexy videos. They put the old vintage hoodies back out. And now he drops this record.
You were waiting for it.
And I was so anticipated for it.
Elliott's been talking about this record since like the first time they mentioned it.
You want me to lead with love?
Lead with love. Yeah, lead with love. It's Valentine's Day.
It's a good album. I made it. I'll give you my Elliott Wilson 15-track version of the album. Are you ready for that?
Okay,
is that a lot of love for you?
15 is actually gracious. Okay, let's go.
It's probably too gracious, but I am a Drake fan. Drake is my third greatest rapper of all time. My book, underneath
first when we started the show,
and Kendrick,
or second when we started the show.
I like seeing. I would go CN Tower, Crying in Chanel, Deeper, Small Town Fame, Pima's Dilemma, Brian Steele, Give Me a Hug, Raining in Houston, Lasers, Nokia, Die Trying, Somebody Loves Me, On My Way, When He's Gone, and Greedy. I can't rock with records called Mothballs and Spider-Man, Superman, and he doing the Padre shit just to troll us and the stupid. It's a good album. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Say it correctly.
It's not enough. Like, it was two ways.
It's not enough.
It started with Jadakiss.
You did tweet this.
Jadakiss, it said it's not enough. We're still in the dot era. That's how I feel. Sorry, Drake fans. So, but leading with love, look, the guy made a good album in the midst of the fucking worst ass kicking we ever seen. Ass kicking, obliteration we've ever seen. Nobody is this. That would have canceled 99 out of 100 rappers. We must agree. So for Drake to even be able to say, "Oh, go back to my global audience and do what he does," it is pretty unprecedented that he's solidifying continually his all-time status. But I do feel like Kendrick has eclipsed him, and this doesn't change the fact of that. It actually started when the Jadakiss Locks Dipset battle, when Jadakiss was like, "It's good, but it's not enough." And that's how I feel. It's good, but it's not enough. It's just not changing that paradigm. And the other factor that proves into that is the Hot 100 list. I made some notes, Jeremy.
Okay, let's go. ISO.
Okay, so right now, currently, this is Thursday, off the hype of the Super Bowl, Not Like Us is number 1 song in America. Luther's number 2. TV Off is number 3. Squabble Up is number 5. And 30 for 30 is number 10. There you go. Look at Alex. She ain't playing. So now this week coming up, and we'll find out next Thursday, a bigger picture. The projections is that Give Me a Hug will be at number 7 on the charts, and Nokia will be number 10. You know who's in that top 5, running that top 5? Number 1, now Luther. Number 2, Not Like Us. Number 4, TV Off. Number 5, Squabble Up. So that's not just Super Bowl hype. And here's what I love about it too. I love that what it comes down to is now the Kendrick fans stands and the Drake fans stands are actually really still competing, but it's not with the nasty allegation stuff. It's just about who's better. Like, is the sound of what Drake's doing a return to form that the culture should move that way and we don't like girls twerking with dictionaries? Or is the shit that Kendrick's giving us more potent? Is that music better? And that's the battle we're facing now without the allegations. So I love it. And it's not going nowhere. But I also think my final point is I think the tricky part of the whole thing is that it speaks to Drake's artistic, somewhat, not say a little bit of a decline. Not like a irrelevant decline, but it's very simply the guy that ran the 2010s, the artist of the decade. His 2020 output, his 2020s output is not that level of the other stuff. It's not. And Kendrick is making more of the hit records, quote unquote, than him right now. The fact that Nokia, like Drake's best efforts with Party, can't crack over the top 5 over Kendrick's records that have still been out there shows that Kendrick's actually making the hits right now. That's the plot twist. Kendrick's making the hits.
Plot twist.
That was a bar.
It was.
Thank you. Was that a crash out?
No, that wasn't. So what you're saying is,
I have more to say too, but I don't want my.
But so what you're saying is it actually exceeded your expectations of what you initially thought a Party Drake album would do, though.
No. A Drake Party album in the right circumstance has to deliver great R&B music, but this isn't the level of Drake's records like Jaded or Jungle or Feel No Ways. Like, he has a high standard. This guy is this. So there's moments he's saying cute fly shit about tattoos of another man in the girl's back and all that fly shit that they say and their lifestyle shit, but it's not as good as the previous stuff. So that's why I always felt that's not the best counter move to go against what Kendrick has. If you want to be the number 1 guy, and it goes back to what we were saying earlier about, is at that time, is Jay still number 1? Is Wayne now number 1? Hip-hop is about that. It's about who's number 1, you know? And Drake runs around like he's still number 1. In his mind, he reclaimed it because he's going to have a good first week. He's on tours with fans screaming his name. He's selling out wireless fests. So in his mind, he weathered the storm and he's back number 1. Do you guys feel he's back number 1?
Well, do you think that was the intent? Do you think this is supposed to be the project?
Yes, it was it was to cleanse the palate. I can't beat him on some hip-hop shit. He's got the culture all fooled that he's Mr. Super Black Superhero. So I'm going to go left with it. I'm going to make these records for the ladies. And I hate that shit. It's like, you don't judge me who the record's for. It's for me, man. You don't tell me what the music's for. It's hip-hop. I want to hear it. It's my record too. It's not just for the ladies. Yo, you can't even hear it, man, because it's just for the ladies. Record too. I'm a consumer. I'm hip hop. I listen to this. It's part of your catalog. It's my record too. So he felt it was a palette reset that would help him gain his growth of back being number 1. But I don't think it was enough because it shows because of the way the Kendrick records are still performing. Not Like Us is still running shit. It is. You know why? Because your ass didn't go away. You keep running your head into the same shit over and over again, trying to stop this, but you're not stopping that storm. Now, but you're holding your place in it, but that's putting you below Kendrick. It's still Hove, Kendrick, Drake. You didn't change it with this. It's good, but it's not enough.
What did you feel? Did you take it?